Lying at the boundary between Central Asia, East Asia and South Asia, the Pamir mountain range is one of the world's highest. As such, it forms the largest geographical barrier along the route of the ancient Silk Road that has historically connected China with the Western world. Throughout its long history, the role of the Pamir region as a strategic trading route has subjected it to the influence of numerous outside cultures, many of which have left their mark. At the crossroads of a continent, this inspiring land on the roof of the world is itself the meeting point between different worlds.
这个是我的帐篷，这是我的头盔，高山气罐。
Jinsha River is a mountain trekking guide with 24 years' experience. His home is in the eastern mountains of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. With its high altitude and winding mountain roads, few people live here. When he was 15, Jinsha climbed nearby Sanao Snow Mountain, its snowy peak towering 5,200 meters above sea level, for the first time.
第一次是当背夫，穿个胶鞋上去，上面特别冷。后来下来的时候就是送了一双高山鞋，后来自己慢慢去爬。
That was the year he began this challenging profession. Over the years that followed, he has trekked across all the major snow-capped mountains of southwestern China. This summer, Jinsha received a new task. After completing his farm work, he and his friends in the village will assist mountaineers trekking across a peak of 7,500 meters elevation, Muztagh Ata.
Muztagh 是应该是在哪里哦？我们这是西边的嘛，Muztagh 应该是在哪里哦？我心里当中就是 Muztagh 很远很远，
Muztagh Ata is located on the eastern side of the Pamir Mountains and has an elevation of 7,546 meters. Muztagh Ata's slopes are quite gradual, but beneath the seemingly gentle surface, hidden dangers abound. The main challenges climbers face are altitude sickness, snow slides, weather vagaries, and lurking ice fissures. By the time the mountaineers arrive, this summer pasture, located partway up Muztagh Ata, will have come to life again after half a year's winter silence. The Tiaotuo Makur pasture is located below the snowline of Muztagh Ata and is the closest pasture to the base camp. In summer, the grass here, glistening with snow melting from the lofty peak, attracts pastoral nomads from the foot of the mountain. Among these nomads are Kuzbek and his wife Tumar. Departing from their settlement in Subashi village with all their belongings, they relocate to the summer pasture a further 650 meters above sea level.
Bugün köçüp çıqqan qatıcı Şatyan, Şanşan, Zigilpan, Haygo, Çityan, Abengi, Xor, 做很大的。冬天我们下去之后，其他的东西放那个稀土房子。夏天来之后，民工包我们自己用一下。
This stone house and the Mongolian yurt serve as their summer home. Soon enough, their most valuable assets also arrive.
我们这个地方谁都没有看，买完了后我们这个2个孩子小心，给到小子，他们一个钱，我们这个搬家一点钱。
Dört kutas kelmedi, qaysi malda keledi, geç oldu.
Keledi al yolda kelişti.
Yolda da.
The Muztagh Ata trek itinerary has been finalized. Gashetongzo and his fellow villagers begin checking their bags and equipment.
对讲机要充好，登山绳，可能不够，我们成都还要加一点。他们那边没得毡吧？
我不用带速用，我只用带毡。
我们都是一个村里面出来的，也是平时也是耍的比较好的。50公分长，海拔是确实有点高了。就是我希望，为了赚钱，我们平平安安的过去，平平安安的回来，这个是我最大的愿望。
Soon enough, Baral climbing team, a mountaineering group founded by Gashetongzo and his friends, leaves the mountains and heads through Chengdu on the way to Kashgar in western Xinjiang. After a night of rest, the guides and the mountaineers meet and continue their journey by land to Muztagh Ata. Every summer, this base camp at an elevation of 4,300 meters becomes extraordinarily busy, a service hub for the mountaineers. Mountaineering tourism has brought many jobs to the residents. One such person is Kurbanbai, a young Kyrgyz man living at the foot of Muztagh Ata.
Jonkhong баштыгы менен бирге анда бийинге маңда пул тапкалы өтө катты кошмун.
However, the job itself isn't that glamorous. As part of the logistics team, Kurbanbai and his manager oversee the removal of trash. Before they leave, they must clear all the waste from the base camp and the surrounding area. Also, wash all the dishes.
Lacidin burada işteginde gelbe aran işte basıp oldu. Otel çok men 200 köy dep çıkıp sizlar köştet kılıp attım.
Yok ben tezrak kaçıp çıktım ha. Acıda bir taraflardan işte ben.
Throughout the whole summer, Kurbanbai heads back and forth between the base camp and the foot of the mountain, clearing away trash. At the base camp, some of the mountaineers who have just arrived are already starting to experience altitude sickness. Earlier that day, a climbing team was forced to cancel their plan to reach the top. Gashitongzo and his team are planning the details of their route.
今天晚上的任务就是喝水睡觉。玩嘛是。睡觉喽。
Several hours after the expedition team went to bed, Kurbanbai is just setting out for the evening at the foot of the mountain. His mother and sister have different ideas about how a young man should dress. Someone from the village is holding a wedding tonight. The wedding dance presents a great opportunity to meet young women. To get to the dance, Kurbanbai borrowed a friend's car. Tonight he has a major quest. But it appears that Kurbanbai misjudged the proportion of men to women at the wedding. The dance is more than halfway over and Kurbanbai has yet to make any progress. He decides a more proactive approach is in order. Back at the base camp, Gashitongzo and his team are giving technical trainings to the amateur mountaineers. Now the real work begins. Gashitongzo lives at high altitudes year-round, has undergone professional training and has abundant experience. Thanks to his help and that of his team, even amateur enthusiasts get the chance to trek to the top of Muztagh Ata.
前往 C 营地。
这个地方
和四川的山确实不一样。穆斯塔格的攀登就是在悄无声息，因为大家都很累。
给金主打招呼啊！
第一就是吃不下饭，第二养分少，这个地方是光秃秃的，特别的累。
As a trekking guide, aside from ensuring the safety of the team, Gasha Tongzo must also attend to the mountaineers' needs.
在烧水，烧了17瓶了，还没完成呢。现在就接近20壶了，那3楼嘞，还剩下10壶了。 还有没有水壶？赶紧拿过来哈！
As the elevation continues to rise, the climbing team gets their first taste of how harsh the weather up here can be.
能见度特别低，我们现在差不多走了1/3。
The team quickly heads down to the base camp. After a day's trekking, everyone feels drained.
今天有意的放慢速度，但是还是累成了狗。这个真的就是怎么说呢？望山跑死马呀！反正根据我自己的情况，量力而行。现在应该是有点紧张。
The base camp is covered in snow and the team must put the trek on hold. All anyone can do is stay in their tents.
超过10米了，明显超过10米已经很大了。不超过10米不大，超过35米。算起来轻松。
The weather changes from minute to minute. The sky will be clear soon at the base camp, but up the mountain there are still flurries of snow.
好江山，
有顾虑了，死了。
一天都在关注，天气不断的在变化。
主要是安全为主。如果是天气不好，暴风雪的话，我们是肯定会放弃。登不登顶是无所谓，就是我们安全的要回去。这个是我的目标。
As summer vacation begins, Kuzbek's son and daughter return from school to the pasture. Both children go to school in the county seat of Akto, about 200 kilometers from their parents, and live with relatives they have there.
Татал болып шықтыңар. Қашан кетесіңер, қанша ай қойып атты?
2 ай қойып атты. 8-ші айдың 25 түсіп кетеміз.
Кітап қандай?
Жақсы.
Оқушың қандай?
Жақсы.
Оқуың жоқ, оқуың бар ба?
As their family's breadwinner, Kuzbek is always on the lookout for new earning opportunities. From the pasture, the Muztagh Ata base camp is just a short trip away. Kuzbek often goes there to try his luck.
待会儿队员把包打好之后，如果需要帮忙背东西，我就跟你说。如果要给你打电话，你们商量。先管。
At the base camp, once in a while, an expedition team will need assistance from the locals to send up supplies. Kuzbek has once been to the top of Muztagh Ata before as a mountain porter. Counting on his mountaineering skills, he wants to become a professional guide.
我们这个地方嘛，冬天没有人也没有什么的也没有，我也可以尝到。
你想从事这个行业吗？登山，你行不行？
可以行，
可以行，可以不行。从业这个工作的话，首先要确保自己的安全，对不对？这个山上死过人呢，知道吗？
知道。
啊，去过别的地方登山没？
没有。
喀什啊，对，乌鲁木齐呢？
乌鲁木齐
没去过。你要去四川、西藏，甚至去尼泊尔，那这个时候你怎么想？
With thoughts of a new career, Kuzbek must first seek agreement from his wife.
Pul tap kedem, hazır balдар kichik dağı. Balдар çoğaygandan keyin pul ketet. Şoğa köp pul tap kedem, oyaktara kessem bir neçe ay kelbesligim mümkün.
Şunda жүрөөлө пул тапсаң болот, узун жерлерге барбай. Кыйналат экенбиз, балдар кичик. Балдар мектепте, мен кутузга карай албайт экен. Стокторго чыкпай эле пул тапсаң болот, катерлик. Шунда эле таап неме кылсаң болот. Сен бехатерлигиңден энсирейм. Манда жүрөөлө пул тапсаң болот.
At the foot of Muztagh Ata, the residents' traditional lifestyle centers around yak herding. Subashi village is located in a gentle valley at the foot of the mountain, and due to ice melt from the glacier, it has a verdant grassland area. Kurbanbai also works for the county as a patrol officer. Aside from clearing trash away from the base camp, he also puts his family's yaks out to graze.
我上班的时候没有看到。 然后下班的时候，空的时候看到蜗牛。爸爸在说我不敢蜗牛，不知道呢。然后他做了，然后我看到。
A few years ago, Kurbanbai's father died of illness. To take care of his mother and support his family, Kurbanbai gave up on his plans to take the college entrance exam.
Mana minkim.
好意思。
妈的minkim。
太喜欢，我第一次看我哭了，然后买这个车，爸爸买的，300块钱买的。这个时候我有300块钱带他大的。
我觉得太可爱的，有点。
然后太小的。
对对，太小的。
眼睛太大的。
鼻子也大的，
鼻子小的，
你看得到的，看，耳朵也大了。
气质太好的。
嗯。
最后面，最后面，这是我们班的同学一起拍的，高中。
爸爸去世了，就妈妈一个人在家，所以他退学了。我的弟弟说退学的事情我很不同意的，因为他的学校成绩好呀，学习好呀，这样的。
妈妈一个人太困难，然后有母牛有羊，他一个人不管，然后我退出。
During summer vacation, many university students return to the village. Only after finishing a hard day's work does Kurbanbai have time to visit his friends from school.
Үйдө канча ай турасың?
1 ай.
Кайсы жерде окуп жатасың?
Үрүмчүдө.
Буда келсең 1 жылда келесиң, 1,5 айда.
1 жылдан кийин келем. Мындан кийин эч кылышты ойлошуп
Таң билбедим, азыркы бекер эле ошо. Азыр сабакташтарым көбүнчөсү мектепке баргалы жаттыр. Мен аларды көрүп бир кысым болом. Мен дагы окуган болсом, ошолор окшош ташы да окуйт дейм.
After summer vacation ends, Kurbanbai's sister will leave again for work, so most of the time it's just Kurbanbai and his mother at home. He hopes to add a new member to their family soon.
今年我21岁，已经还没结婚呢。明年22岁可以结婚。想找个女生，然后对我对妈妈好，就可以。
We are all travelers. In one way or another. In search of a truth, a light that will lead us in our quest. Adventures that will fill our spirit and soul. An exploration beyond what can ever be imagined.
The weather has improved and the barrel climbing team has successfully made their way to Camp C1. The team decides to descend to the base camp to renew their strength and choose another day to scale the peak. But while heading down the slope, an accident occurs.
快上来，那个塌了！赶紧上来吧，怎么塌在那儿就挂了？
这个位置啊，当时在4.2号天空在这里，雪崩，你看只有2米。
你们已经过了，我一个队员，我们两个下去的时候，雪崩就下来了，然后我那个时候很紧张，我准备报复客人，我就跑上去了。
所有人都很紧张，但是雪崩会出现什么事情都不知道。
而且是会第2次雪崩，当时情况这个雪崩是下面刚好是一个平台，唯一的办法就是雪崩停了以后，我们最快的速度，我们是有学着最快的速度去挖，只能这样挖，只能这样做，其他没办法。
雪崩停了之后，很多队员在后面就开始笑，
一来雪崩他们就拍照，这个是绝对不行的，绝对不允许。可是他必须要想拍照的话，到了安全期才拍照，服务是他们说了算，安全我们说了算，这个是必须的啊。
These snowy mountains are full of danger, but Kuzbek still wants to be a professional mountain guide, so he approaches the expedition organizer.
听说你也想出去工作，是不是这么回事啊？
这是，冬天我们这个办空的嘛，别的地方去劳动。
反正我们嘛，青海、玉珠峰啊、博格达，都是有这种登山的基地呢。然后呢，干活的人嘛也要呢。
我们别的地方有没有看这个最远的时候会看星呢？还有我们这个玉珠峰啊，在外头去海边地方看看嘛。
在外面嘛，去2-3个月，也是背包，你家里面的牛、羊、老婆、八郎子咋办呢？你想清楚呢才可以。
可以。
Though Kuzbek has been offered a job, he needs to get support from his family before he can accept it. His wife doesn't like the idea of this new career, so he's going to talk to his son first.
咱们需要多钱学回来以后，那个大学去哪里？
离那个新疆阿套远一点的，去看看别的地方。
现在还你们说的，我们还 还有你们的秘密，那个还有大学，我们现在多一点挣钱嘛，后面还好一点。我要有一个登山向导的想法，长的3-4个月，回不了可能那边了。
那时间太多了，我妈妈也在这儿，一个人干不了那些活。那上学有危险，我们担心你的安全，你还是别去了。
Men balam da qo'shilmadi, ayolim da qo'shilmadi. Shunga men hozir qanday qilishimni bilmay qoldim.
Settlement number 204 of Subashi village is the nearest village to Muztagh Ata and must be passed through on the way up the mountain. With the growth of mountaineering tourism, the local government has begun to build service facilities and inviting local villagers to join the businesses.
Pul tap, to'y qilsang to'ra bo'lmoq. Baldir to'y qilaman deb shunday deysin.
Pul topishda o'ylaganda endi ne qilishni bilmaydi.
Kurbanbai wants to get married as soon as possible, but relying solely on the money he makes from clearing trash from the Muztagh Ata base camp, he'll be hard-pressed to afford a wedding. His friend suggests he rent a stall and do some small business as an entrepreneur.
Köptüp saykatlar kelip çıtat, onun ayakta magazinler açılıp çıtat, oşon жерден pul tapsang bolmoq.
Bolat, men oylashib boqayin.
Жақсы. Ал дүкендардың бір жылдық ижарасы 2500-ден 3000-ге болады. Ал ижара хақынан башқа дағы сен Қашқарлардан мал келіп сатышқа тура келеді. Сен Қашқардан мал келтіріш үшін ең жақсысы өзің бір машинаң болған болса дағыма қолайлы болады.
Бұнда есептесек көп пұл кететін ақша ғой.
Шо тижарат қылыш үшін ақша кетеді.
Рахмат, мен ойлашпағайын.
Some of the villagers have keener sense of business opportunities. Some have already started small shops in the village.
Bu senin dükkanın be.
Çok memnunum. Tatilde gelip tağama yardımlaşkan tağam dükkan.
Ben daha dükkan açalım tam. Dükkan açsa pul köp tutup kaldı oken.
Жақшылар келген саяхатшылар да көп.
Болатандар мен болуп багайын. Басқа көрүшкөндөн аябай кубанычтамын.
Макул.
It seems as though his plan to get married next year is a little over-ambitious. A high-earning job is nowhere within his reach. More importantly, he's yet to find a girlfriend. After Kuzbek's son disagreed with his idea of becoming a mountain guide, the relationship between the two has been a bit awkward.
我就在这儿帮我父母看牦牛，从那个牦牛圈里放到这边来。
Dilishati grows up at the foot of Muztagh Ata, seeing mountaineers come and go. Climbing to the mountaintop is a shared dream for all children raised at the foot of a snow-capped mountain. Just like his father, Dilishati also wants to become a mountain guide.
登山是一个很酷、很爽的一个活动。我觉得我应该是一个很厉害的一个登山向导。我觉得我长大以后去挑战那些危险的事情，我应该没问题。我不让我爸去登山。我有点害怕我爸去，我也不知道到底为什么。或许我有点自私。
Sen çıksan bulut, men çıksam bolбойбу экен.
Анан сен чыксаң үйдө сен эле турсаң кутап атган, үйдүрүп туратканынан башка иш чыкса болбойт.
Чыкпай бехатар чыгып болот.
Анан сен чыксаң анан бехатарлыгыңа мындай капалаттык берип анан чыгышың керек.
Kapıldık beri. Aslı başka yerlere ketip alıp anın ailedegilerime deyin dedim de. Balam da meni koldadı, men qattiq hoş boldum. Men balam hazır iş Kuday bolup turayım, bularga qanday iş qilib bersem bolar. Men bir çoğ жақсы ata bolgum bar hazır.
太阳马上要出来了。
Gashitongzo and his team have set up at Camp C1 at an elevation of 5,600 meters. From there, they will continue their ascent.
75的108。
这个行程应该会比较完美的吧？
我们要上C2了，有很多冰裂缝，要节奏上去，我们一定要注意安全。
At around 5,800 meters above sea level, the team enters the dangerous ice fissure zone, and there is no other route if they want to reach the peak. Ice fissures can stretch dozens of meters deep. Some are invisible to the naked eye. It'd be hard to conduct any rescue work if someone fell down the crack. Many people have lost their lives here. As the mountain guides, Gashitongzo and his friends must forge ahead to find the route and secure the safety for everyone.
现在到雷锋区了，一定要节奏过去，把我们踏雪板下面的那坎弄平，一定要慢一点，然后不能拍照啊。
这一段是今天我们最危险的路段啊，
雪橇上面千万小心啊！
两只手抓着两条路绳，
车子下没事，
要拉开距离。
千万抓住绳子下啊！
我怕。看着前方，脚不要看两边，抓住我的手，来，过来了。
At around noon, the climbing team safely traverses the fissure zone and continues their ascent.
抓紧时间，往那边走。
At 1:30 in the morning, the expedition team wakes up at Camp C3, 6,900 meters above sea level, and gets ready to reach the top at 7,546 meters.
怎么样？温度很低，从穆塔格 C3 正式出发。 已经走了接近4个小时了吧，一个坡接着一个坡，天要亮了。
At 7:18 a.m., the expedition team finally arrives at the top of Muztagh Ata. After going through altitude sickness, harsh weather conditions, avalanches, and an ice fissure zone as complex and treacherous as a minefield, this expedition team became the first to ensure that each member made it to the top that summer. Late August at the foot of Muztagh Ata is grass cutting season. The villagers harvest and store the prairie grass in the valley in preparation for the long winter. Kurbanbai's sister has left the village for work, leaving his mother and him at home. With the end of summer approaching, many of the young villagers have gone elsewhere to work. Kurbanbai's plans to wed have made no progress. Kurbanbai continues driving his boss's pickup truck, going up and down the mountain, clearing away trash.
Arlinsıga barasın mı?
Oba.
Algaç başla.
Olur.
Sen de Arlinsıga barasın mı?
Oba Arlinsıga var onu. Anan keyin Dabinge çıram.
Dabingde iştisi xila japalıdır.
Yo'q, ko'p pul topqali bo'ladi.
Anda yaxshi ekan, ko'p pul jiyib olib tukanasan bo'ladi.
Men da o'ylab chitam. Al kechlikda o'yin bor ekan borasizmi?
Boram.
Misal kechlikda ko'rishsak. Men bir ahletlere tığan bala, men ahletli yaxshi ko'raram.
Xixi，有没有钱我？哦，亲一个。8号这都退路坑是。
Only after the team has returned to the base camp does Gashi Tongzo call his family to tell them that they made it to the top.
哦，我们老家是不是在天天下雨啊？
白天有太阳，晚上下雨。
每天想着他们。我们登山这个方面一般是危险这个方面，我们一般不告诉他们。他说是新疆这次去登山会不会危险，会不会很远？我说是，你们不用担心，很轻松，就像我们老家山一样，就这样说。但是我们这次安全下来，能见到父母亲就最高兴了。
They hold a barbecue to celebrate and to wrap up their expedition.
来，大家辛苦了啊！
辛苦了，辛苦了！我操，谢谢你们带我开个耳的，能不能换？
他们这次下来都是适应能力也比较强，就所有人都是强强刚刚的下来了。我最高兴的就是这个。
终于上去了，
终于回来了！
可以出戏了吗？
来，干杯！
Gashi Tongzo and his fellow guides begin their trip home. Being professional guides, 1 week from now they will depart once again from their home in the mountains of Sichuan and head for the next snowy peak. Dilishati is already 14. As the eldest boy in the family, in terms of family matters, his opinion means a lot. This time, Dilishati is going to help his father talk things over with his mother.
Көмпин қосыласыңар.
Менше ауанын немеге ұндырдың шаңқылышы, менше жақшы дейіш. Бейхатәліге де қатқысы.
Бадың жүрмеге маң айтпадыңар.
Деманан азыр әттік. Ondan əməz qaçıb qaldıq seni də qoşur.
Bala. Qoşsunlar meni bozaq qıl. Ökəң məktəbə ketgəndə, avan işə ketgəndə men үйгө жақсы қарай. Мен қиыншылыққа ұшырасам, қоңшыларымды іздейм. Талаға шығып кетесіңер, өзіңерді асырағыла.
As the summer draws to an end, in a few days' time, the children's vacation will be over and they will return to school in the county seat. Kuzbek will be gone before then, heading to Sichuan to undergo professional mountaineer guide training.
Özüm dostra kalın giyin.
Yarışqanda özün dasıraq, qalın giyinib, sen xatırcan bolupdur.
Hoş emesine kettim ha. Men de үйдөн ayrılgım жоқ. Men sırtqa çıgıp köp pul taap, işim bizden үйдөн жақшыдан да аша. Men kança nары жерге кетсем de үйдөгүлөрүмдү эстеп турам. Men үйдөгүлөрүм менен энсиребей катыржан менен пул таап, тынчаман келишимди күтүп турушун үмүт кылам.
September brings an end to summer in Muztagh Ata and the long winter begins. The expedition teams from all over the world have gone. The number of tourists gradually diminishes. A beautiful serenity falls over Muztagh Ata. But come June next year, the mountain will once again be a hive of activity, full of vigor and vitality.
In April, on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, meltwater streams and converges downwards. The rumbles of the torrents are like rallying calls of nature. In the spring, the slumbering earth revives to the sound of the rivers. More than 2,000 years ago, on the Geladandong Peak, the main peak of the Tangula Mountains, snow and glaciers melted. The meltwater flowed toward the foot of the Tangula Mountains, forming a complex network of rivers. The confluence of the Dangku and the Tuotuo rivers is a famous place written in Chinese novel Journey to the West called Tongqin River, where Monk Sha once resided. The dividing line between Tongqin and Jinsha rivers is in Zenda Township, Sichuan Province. As the clear water joins the Tongqin River, it rolls and stirs. The water appears golden because of the sediment. Hence, it has the name Jinsha, meaning golden sand. Jinsha is the upper section of the Yangtze River, running through Sichuan and Yunnan provinces and Tibet Autonomous Region. With a length of more than 3,000 kilometers, the river basin is over 500,000 square kilometers. The warmer weather signals the end of the long dry season. The water level of the Jinsha River increases. As the ice thaws, the river rushes southwards along the mountain range. Among its numerous tributaries, the largest is the Yalong River. Its basin has become the primary pathway for the migrating species in Eurasia. It is also one of the areas with large biological communities. When the Yalong River flows through the plateau, the flattened river valleys are transformed into countless wetlands, shallows, and lakes. As the water temperature rises, fish that live in the wetland show their vibrancy. The moderate climate and fresh delicacies attract more and more resident birds to hunt and play at the shore. It won't be long before migratory birds gather here. This river basin is the home to keep more than 20% of higher plants and 25% of animals alive in China. Rare species such as the Tibetan antelope, Thorold's deer, and other state-protected animals thrive in the region. Along the river, the water nurtures natural meadowlands. The vibrant meadow attracts yaks and Tibetan sheep to seek food here. It has become local animals' exclusive alpine restaurant. The Jinsha River restlessly flows, nourishing life along its banks.